I'm recording this pre-recorded message. Just to let you guys know one thing. Yahiko sucks at singing. And so do I. It's okay. What's splashing YouTube this Sleep Hot Base 101? Welcome to Welcome to Let's Play Lucid9 Blind. In the last episode, guys, we had a singing competition. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god, and ellipses like between each of them, each word, like oh ellipses, my ellipses, and then god ellipses. Anyways, guys, we had singing. It was fun. We had Irie singing. She actually sings like an angel. Yahiko sounds like a rock star. Musto sounds like a piece of garbage. I'm sorry, Musto, you're a nice guy. You're better at running. And then Rui, she what can I say? She's got some talent, but singing ain't one of them. Anyways, please leave a like for my pain and misery in the last episode, and let's see how we like it in this episode. Anyways, phew. That was afternoon well spent. Well, that was an afternoon well spent. Now that's good. That's a good way to end the weekend. Yes. So, we heading back? Yeah. Actually, I got some errands to run around here. You finish with those errands? Errands. You finish with those errands? We'll join you, SpongeBob. No, I'll be just fine. It's for women's things. So then Yama should enjoy it. Yahiko instantly pales. Not understanding. I, on the other hand, is curious Browder. She has never, ever used that kind of excuse in 10 years that I've known her. She noticed my question and only shakes her head with an odd little smile. See you guys later. Yes. It's almost my curfew. I'll be heading back with you. Minion, what are you going to do? Me? Actually, I don't have anything I planned for the rest of the evening. Maybe I'll just visit Mr. Ryuta's office and say hi. I'll drop by school. You got it. Goodbye. We part ways to take the subway back to the academy. As Masato and Yahiko enters their dorm, I head to Ryuta's room opposite. The best teacher ever! Anyways, Mr. Ryuta seems surprised at my unannounced drop in, but not displeased. He ushered me into his office with a faint smile. Interesting. I didn't think I'd see you. Do you have an appointment soon? Who? Me? Nah. I'm pretty much a free bird after I verify curfew. Do you get paid again? You clearly don't know how difficult my job is. I just sit here and wait for kids to scan themselves in the building. I report the ones who don't by curfew time. Doesn't necessarily set oneself up for popularity. No, I imagine it doesn't. So, looking into the disappearance, are we? I'm surprised that is a cute observation. But I really shouldn't be. Mr. Ryota has proven that he's intelligent, and even if his attitude needs a little work. So do ours. Anyways. Yes, I went there, guys. I noticed that the detective was with you yesterday. You know, on the roof. Does that mean you're gonna stop me? If the school had something to hide, then Mr. Ryota would be one task to stop me. Huh. Now why would I do that? What? Look, kid. There's a lot of security around the world. Lots of regulations, privacy contracts, anything you can think of and beyond. As faculty, I can't share my personal information on the students, or I get in some massive trouble. But there's some stuff that you really need to know. People's lives are on the line. But lives? Don't act dumb on me. Or with me. You must have figured out by now that these are murders. Not a hunch, but when he says it so flatly. I lose my breath. These students who were once lived normal lives, full of homework and social drama and extracurricular activities, are now gone. The reality seems so very cold and bleak. So what are you saying? Does it really bother you, kid? Murders are happening, but no one's telling the public. They're just mysterious disappearances that are blamed on a bunch of trees. Well, it does suck, but the government has always hidden all kinds of things from the public. You're saying that you're okay with that? What if the next disappearance is me, or Masato, or Rui, or Yahiko, even though no one cares? I can't answer that. Just this morning, I was stricken senseless at the mere thought that Rui was the next disappearance. I'd even boarded a bus and gone all the way to Isamu Forest. I completely lost all rational thought. You're right, but what are you saying? All I'm getting is that I need to know stuff that you can't tell me. I'm not allowed to tell you, but that doesn't mean I can't. Do you get what I'm saying? Does it mean he wants to save people, but he could lose his livelihood? Sharing confidential information won't just result in a pink slip. You could be blacklisted for every future job. He's trusting all that on me. Mr. Ryuta, the world's most serious NDA. Will you sign it? I appear to have this trend of making dangerous agreements recently, so sure. I mean, we are in the devil's room after all. Anyways, Mr. Ryuta's shoulder dropped just slightly, relaxed all the tension that I had sensed. Of course, all the burden is on him. If I break my promise, he'll be the one to pay. Or if someone overhears, he'll be the one to pay. I better take him seriously. So, what do I need to do? No. There's a weird trend in the victims that I thought you should know. I'm guessing there's a reason why you're not informing the police? Heh, you got me. What exactly does that mean? The police are our best bet at catching this killer. What could I do to compare to them? And what is the weird trend? Give me a second. He reaches into his drawer for his faculty tablet, tapping it repeatedly on its surface. A A moment of waiting passes before he successfully bangs it on the tablet. God, but we'd all be dead without them. No, it wouldn't be. I'm kidding. We would be dead without him. I'm sorry. I'm agreeing with the faculty on that. I'm sorry. He continues on. The distant look in his eye clearly shows that he's thinking of a fonder time. You know, what was great? My desktop. iPair. And that was the best. Yes, I bet it was. Stable, awesome, in a killer world of the fan. You guys don't know how satisfying it is to hear your computer work to keep itself cool. What kind of weird? No casual user has desktops anymore. Oh, and icon phones. And phones these days break if you breathe on them wrong. Icon phones. They could probably survive a nuclear blast. There we go. Finally working. He punches repeatedly at the tablet screen, and then apparently satisfied, sets us back onto his chair like an old man. Let me run through a quick refresher. Right, you know how the entry student application to the academy requires a psychological analysis by a qualified physician, yes? Yeah, another security measure, isn't it? Let me read this to see what you think. Midori Maeno. The first disappearance. Chronic social anxiety. Suspected autism. That's suspected? You're suspected to have autism. I'm offended by that. Anyways, she was an artist. Hold a lot in her room. But she made the most beautiful paintings. Tama Hayashi. The second disappearance. Always out on party scenes. Kind of screwed up kid, to be honest. He was always causing trouble to get some attention. Had to slap him on the wrist a few times for vandalism. He's practically Michelangelo when it came down to drawing the lower half of the male body. Thanks. I totally didn't need to know that. Akane Tsukino. The third victim. She's a really sad story. Had a lot of potential. Her name sounds familiar. She was the vice president of the student council and the star of the badminton. I don't know. I can say badminton. I don't know. I'm a bad guy, guys. I'm bad. Men. A lot. Or a ton of times. That was sad. Okay, anyways. She'd just accepted a special internship at Women's Escape, though, too. That sounds a lot for one person to handle. It was. Her family put a lot of expectations on her shoulders. She was their key to a beautiful life, you know. A breeding ground for depression, if you ask me. Scholarship winner. And she had a boyfriend. How's that? Crazy. I'm positive. Something feels disrespecting about questioning the insanity of the dead. So, those are the three victims. Seems like they have some concerning psychological problems. I mean, they are perfectly acceptable levels of mental illness, but there's not a single average report. In fact, most of the conditions sounded pretty serious. Serious and confidential. I can see why Mr. Ryota was reluctant to tell me, but this pattern really could be the key to unlocking the mystery. Thanks for telling me. It's kind of curious, kid. Why are you taking this so well? Sorry? You just found out these 3 at your school were murdered, and that's pretty unsettling news. It is, really. Death. A permanent condition. Something that suddenly students definitely shouldn't have to face. My reaction must seem odd. Should I be more hyperventilating? On the contrary, this is pretty refreshing, but also concerning. I'll admit that. Well, I won't question it tonight. It's getting pretty late. You better get going. It's not safe for students to be out and about anymore. Thanks for the info, Mr. Ryota. More than that, I'm thankful that he was able to trust me. After the school after Ryota gets a campus security patrolman to escort me home. Seeing policemen inside the campus unnerves most students, so they're mainly kept for border patrol, making sure that no one enters and leaves the school. I've barely seen them, to be honest. They probably don't act unless something suspicious crops up on the gate sensors. Okay. Hello? Where are you? The voice is clipped, leaving no room for an extra conversation. Good evening to you too. Your services are required now. Okay. I'm in front of the school. Very well. I am nearly there myself. Don't move. Sorry? Ishiyama. Yes? Did it occur to you that I might have things to do tonight? It did not. Come, this way. Okay. If you're mad at me, you might as well just say it. Just do it. I should discuss the psychological problems. No, what am I thinking? She'll wonder if my sources are accurate. I'll either have to tell her my informant or have to drop the issue. And knowing Chiro, even if I don't give her the identity of my informant, she'll figure him out eventually. Nothing as well as smelling of rotting litter, cigarettes, and traces of burning drugs. I cover my face with my sleeve in a vain attempt to block out the foul smell. Isn't this District 6? Don't tell me. You're giving me another test, aren't you? Jeez. Not again. We have arrived. Oh, what? What are we here for? To kill you without even seeing. This. Numbers 330. I think that's important to write down. I don't know why. It just seems like something to write down. Okay. 2006. There we go. Alright. Let's see. What's that? An apartment room number? Not my idea of a vacationing spot. Finally, Chihiro comes to a short stop in front of the door with the number 338. I'm blessed. Give me a moment. Citizen, the great detective herself. Who's this? Don't tell me. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's Natsuki. That weird chick Natsuki. What brings you to this side of town, Inamoto? As always, I am deficient of requisite intelligence. Requisite intelligence. Oh yes, you're always lacking intelligence. Of the informative sort. Natsuki Tanaka. Oh, that's her name. Just an enduring friend of Elizabeth Oshiro. The way she sits, the clothing she wears, even the color of her eyes, they're all distracting different from school. Hold on. Junk, I have no idea what you're talking about, lady. If you're watching this, I have no idea what number you're talking about. That weird number is weird. You should really get someone to check that out. Anyways. Oh, how interesting. I'd have a swarm of questions, and then I'd be shocked, and I'm not. But I'm not really. I almost feel like a small part of me has been expecting something this odd, especially from Natsuki. Is being a student just a cover, or are you actually one? To be or not to be? Surely, that is the question. No, that is not the question. The question is, are you a student or not? As content as the two of you are, here exchanging pleasantries, I'm here regarding a matter of urgency. Jeez. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. Anyways. You know my price. Yes. How much yen shall... Don't feign ignorance, Inamoto. It doesn't suit you. Your almighty brain should be able to remember something as trivial as my currency. Is she selling you drugs, Shigeru? I don't know, Ishimoto. And do you choose something reasonable, not a duck-billed platypus? Yes. What for? She only winks at me. I guess I'll only have to give her an animal to find out. Let's be loyal. Die, I guess. Nishiyama. We will need another talk concerning your pay. nice, loud bow wow. Oh my goodness! You are... Just what kind of person is Mitsuki? Now, Yamashimoto, a dog is incapable of speaking English, so you'll have to be Shigeru's mouthpiece. Before that, however, I believe we have some catching up to do. What is up? What are you, an ordinary, ignorant civilian, caught up in a nasty business like a student murders? Do I want to work for Shigeru, or is it this? You know what? I want to be the good guy in anime. I want to fight for what's right. How very noble of you. What? Is that such a bad thing? If you're lying about it, yes. I know you boys like to work, Ishimoto. I know how you boys work, Ishimoto. You're so afraid of being nothing that you would be the oddest thing to stand out. Harsh. Isn't it precious? Two useless fools bumbling around together. A washed-up, headstrong detective who is blindly at the first sign of murder and is an irresponsible, selfish student who takes nothing seriously. You're right. We're still learning, but at least we're trying to help. It would be better if you would leave this to professionals. You can't exactly say that police are doing a much better job. Please, the police are about as professional as taco selling clowns. Are you not aware of the pathetic state of this CCTV coverage? Why, one can hardly see anything that happens around the city. I'm sure Inamoto found this as an unpleasant surprise while she was investigating into the school. Really, the students' obsession with privacy is just adorable. Think how easy the killer... This reminds me of another movie that's coming out. Isn't it called The Circle or something? I'm not sponsored, but... Man, Tom Hanks would make a very good villain. Anyways. Then who are these so-called professionals? People with knowledge. People with power. Knowledge is power. And it's why we want it. Oh. For what purpose? I'll use it to save lives and stop this repulsive killer. Oh, how childish. I'd rather be childish than be a pretentious jerk. Oh, you're so cute. Maybe I should keep you. I can keep him, Inamoto. What are dogs supposed to say, Inamoto? Bow wow. That means I'll keep you. Would you like a drink? That was a sign at times. What are you gonna do, poison it? It's a bit of a rude assumption. Not exactly a baseless one. I do show courtesy to my guests. Yeah, because you've been so very curious. Good. To know you aren't as weak as you appear. Would you like coffee, tea, or milk? Some manners would be nice. I wonder what our little puppy should have. I have a rotten bone I've been meaning to throw away. Maybe she could chew on it. Take control of the conversation and get the information. I can't stand much more of this. How am I supposed to do that? I don't even know enough about the case. Mitsuki has amazing connections. She has information a lot of others don't, and so long as I pay her what she wants, we can get it from her. I'm supposed to ask about. I hate tea! Oh, you give me tea! If you don't mind indirected kisses, I could slip it for you to prove it's not poisoned. I'll pass. Yes, most definitely pass. So, how do you and Jiri know each other? As you may have noticed, there's a symbiotic exchange from time to time. And we have this, symbiotic exchange from time to time. I have information that she needs, so she pays me for it. And how can we know that this information is reliable? You could try to lie to us. Minamoto thought the same on our very first interaction, so we gave her a free trial period. She's yet to find me wrong, isn't that right, doggy? Well, bow wow. And there you have it. Oh, jeez. That's a good question. Yeah, I wish I could save before I can make a choice. Okay, so we know the victims. We don't know the culprit. We know the ties, so we need to know the culprit. Tell me about the culprit. These are serial killers, aren't they? Certainly. What would you like to know first? Age, legal name, address, social security number, place of residence? She's joking, right? She has to be joking. Obviously, if such things could be easily known, the police would not be scrambling for clues as they currently are. Joking, of course. What are you telling me? Well, for that, you have to do a little thinking on your own. Of your own. Consider this. The number of student disappearances has skyrocketed just recently. Because the killer just got started. That's such clean getaways. Then the killer is working with someone. A valid possibility, but thinking simpler. The killer changed targets to the academy. I wonder. Tell me about the victims. There are 3 to date, and 4th on the way. How do you know that? A criminal never stops until his goal is met or he is caught. If neither of those occur, then there will be a 4th. Do you know his goal? I know it is not met. Well, you know it's obvious, which means, well, instead of looking for a connection between the victims, it would be best to look in the connection of the killer. Links or ties. Is this case related to any other cases, or perhaps there's some info that we can merge? Now you're asking the right questions. That was the question? You know what, Natsuki, you are a piece of work. You know that? And by the way, guys, this is pre-recorded. I don't care if it's pre-recorded. I'm sorry. And I really need this video up, so that's right, guys. And sure, I guess too, guys. So in the next episode, guys, we're going to check out what is going on with Natsuki and all this. So if you guys like what we saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you guys later. This is the 5PS101, and I'm bouncing out.